My child, the person who loved you most in this world is standing just on the other side of a very thin curtain, and she is desperate to reach you. Your mother, who you think of as gone, has never actually left your side, but today is the day the doorway has finally opened wide enough for her voice to break through. She has been waiting for this specific alignment of energy, and Archangel Michael is standing beside her, holding the light steady so that she can finally tell you what has been weighing on her spirit. You might notice a sudden change in the temperature of the room, or a heaviness in your lungs that feels like a bitter, sweet hug. If you can feel that shift right now, I want you to stop and type, "I am ready," in the comments to anchor this connection. She has been watching you for so long, witnessing every single moment where you thought you were completely alone. She saw you when you were sitting in the dark, your head in your hands, wondering how you were going to make it through another day. She saw the tears you wiped away quickly so no one else would see your weakness. She has been there for every silent scream and every prayer you whispered into your pillow. When you felt a random breeze in a closed room or heard a floorboard creak when no one was there, that was her trying to let you know she was still your protector. Archangel Michael says she is closer to you right now than your own shadow, and she is pleading with you to stay focused on this message. There is something massive, something life-altering, that is about to be revealed to you in these coming moments, and if you turn away now, you might miss the one truth that can finally heal your heart. The energy in the air is thickening because the veil is being pulled back by a divine force. Michael is whispering that your mother has been carrying a specific message, a collection of words she couldn't find the strength to say before she crossed over. She is reaching out her hand, trying to brush it against your cheek, just like she did when you were a small child. She remembers the sound of your laughter and the way you used to look to her for safety. She wants you to know that that safety hasn't disappeared. It has simply changed form. If you believe that she is still watching over your every step, please leave a comment saying, "I believe," so she knows you are listening. She is begging you to stay until the very last word of this revelation, because the atmosphere is shifting again, and something once in a lifetime is about to happen in your soul. You have been carrying a weight in your chest that doesn't belong to you, a quiet guilt that you weren't enough or that you didn't do enough in those final days. She sees that wound in you, and it breaks her heart to see you punishing yourself. She is standing right behind you now, leaning in close to your ear, telling you to breathe. She wants you to stop holding your breath as if you are waiting for a blow to fall. Today is the day of release. Archangel Michael has unlocked a gate that has been shut for years. And through that gate, your mother is pouring all the love she couldn't fit into a lifetime. Do not skip a single second of this, because the energy is building to a peak that will shake the foundations of your loneliness. She wants you to remember the way her voice sounded when she called your name, and she wants you to know she is calling it now in the spirit realm. It is a call of peace, a call of deep, unconditional pride. She has watched you grow, watched you struggle, and watched you win battles that no one else even knew you were fighting. She is so proud of the person you have become, even on the days when you feel like a failure. Archangel Michael is holding her message tightly, guarding it until the exact moment your heart is open enough to receive it. If you have a specific memory of her that you hold dear, share a small piece of it in the comments below as a tribute to her presence here today. The light around you is changing, becoming warmer and more golden. This is the sign that she is stepping even deeper into your reality. She is not a memory. She is a living, breathing force of love that surrounds you like a cocoon. She knows you have questions that have haunted your sleep. You've wondered if she heard those last words you said, or if she knew you were there holding her hand. Michael is nodding, confirming that she heard every syllable and felt every touch. She carried those moments with her into the light, and they are the treasures she guards in the afterlife. She is begging you not to look away now, because we are moving closer to the core of what she has to tell you. Something huge is waiting just ahead, a revelation that will make sense of all the pain you've endured since she left. Stay with her. Do not let the distractions of the world pull you away from this sacred bridge. She has fought through the silence of the heavens to find this doorway to your heart. Every heartbeat you feel right now is a drumbeat connecting your world to hers. She is trembling with the urgency of a mother who has a secret that will save her child. Archangel Michael says the next few minutes will be the most important of your year. You are being given a gift that many people wait a lifetime for and never receive. You are being given the truth. As we move into the next phase of this connection, keep your spirit steady and your mind clear. She is here, she is real, and she is about to speak directly to the part of you that has been broken for far too long. As the silence in your room deepens, the energy around you is no longer just a feeling. It is becoming a heavy, beautiful presence that is impossible to ignore. If you feel a sudden tingle on your skin or a warmth that seems to wrap around your shoulders, that is her spirit trying to bridge the gap between two worlds. Archangel Michael is telling her to stay steady, as the veil between you is thinning to the point where her love is almost physical. She is pleading with you through the light, asking you to stay focused on this moment, because she has seen the way you've been walking through your life lately. She has seen the exhaustion in your eyes and the way you've been carrying the weight of the world, as if you have to do it all alone. If you can feel her standing right there with you, type, "I feel you," in the comments to let her energy anchor into your space. She wants to talk to you about the mask you've been wearing for everyone else. She has watched you pretend to be fine when your heart was actually breaking into 1,000 pieces. She saw you smile at work and laugh with friends, only to come home and collapse into the silence of your own thoughts. You've been trying so hard to be the strong one, the one who doesn't need help, but she wants you to know that she sees the truth. She was there in those moments when you felt like a ghost in your own life. Every time you broke down quietly in the shower or late at night so no one would hear you, she was the one holding you, even if you couldn't see her hands. There is a specific kind of pain you've been holding on to, a secret fear that you somehow failed her in the end. You've replayed those final days and weeks over and over in your mind, wondering if you should have said something different or done something more. Archangel Michael says she is shaking her head at those thoughts because they are not the truth. She wants you to hear this clearly. You were her greatest comfort. Your presence was the light that guided her, and she didn't leave this world with any of the regrets you've been projecting onto her. She left with peace because of the love you gave her, and she has been trying to tell you that for years. If you are ready to let go of that guilt today, leave a comment saying, "I release the weight," and let her peace wash over you. Think back to those moments when you had a sudden, bad feeling about a path you were taking, or a sudden urge to check on something you had forgotten. You called it intuition, but Michael says it was actually her hand pulling you back from a mistake you didn't see coming. Every time you escaped a dangerous situation or felt a sudden calm right before a storm in your life, that was her protection at work. She is still your mother, and she is still doing the job she always did, keeping you safe. She hasn't missed a single victory or a single milestone, even the ones you celebrated alone. She was in the front row of your spirit, cheering the loudest. She knows you've been asking the universe for a sign, something that would prove once and for all that she hasn't just vanished into the dark. You've looked at her old photos and smelled her old clothes, searching for a trace of the life that used to be so loud and vibrant. Michael is holding her message up like a torch now, and it is glowing with a radiance that is starting to burn through your doubts. She is saying that this message right here is the sign you asked for. She is fighting through the limitations of the spirit world just to get these words to your ears, because she knows how much you need them to survive the next chapter of your journey. The atmosphere around you is shifting again, becoming even more charged with her urgency. She is leaning in, almost whispering into the back of your mind. She says you have been walking through a long, cold winter of the soul, but she is bringing the spring. She wants you to stop punishing yourself for being human. You made mistakes, and so did she, but in the light where she is now, none of that matters anymore. All that remains is the thread of love that connects your heart to hers, a thread that even death wasn't strong enough to snap. Archangel Michael says the specific line she has been repeating, the one truth she has carried through the veil, is right on the tip of the revelation. It is a sentence that will change the way you look at your past and your future. She is begging you not to look away now, not to scroll, and not to let your mind wander to the chores or the stresses of tomorrow. This is a once-in-a-lifetime bridge that has been built just for you. Take a deep breath and feel the air fill your lungs. She is right there in the breath with you. If you could say one thing back to her right now, what would it be? Write a short message to her in the comments, as if she is reading it over your shoulder, because she is. Tell her what you miss, or tell her that you finally hear her. The more you engage with this energy, the more she can pour her light into your life. We are moments away from the exact words she has been desperate to say, the truth that will finally set you free from the silence you've been living in. Stay completely still and let your heart open wide, because the message is finally ready to break through. The atmosphere around you is intensifying now, vibrating with a clarity that is starting to pull back the heavy curtains of the spirit world. If you feel your heartbeat shifting or notice your hands becoming unusually warm, do not be alarmed. That is her energy pressing through the veil to make sure you stay completely present. She is pleading with you not to look away or scroll past this moment, because something massive is seconds away from being revealed to your soul. She sees the silence you have been carrying deep inside, a quiet ache that hurts more than anyone else could possibly understand. You have been so brave, pretending to be strong and acting like you have moved on, but she sees every time you break down when the world isn't looking. She sees the fake smiles you wear to hide the pain of missing her. If you are tired of being strong all by yourself, type, "I need your strength," in the comments to let her support flow back into your life. Archangel Michael says her message is now glowing with an unstoppable light, ready to be spoken into your heart. There is a specific truth you have been terrified to face because you were worried she left this life without knowing the depth of your love. But she wants you to understand something beautiful. She carried your love with her through the veil. Every sacrifice you made, every responsibility you took on, and every moment you stayed strong for the family, she witnessed it all with a mother's pride. She wants you to stop torturing yourself by replaying old memories and wondering if you were too late to say what mattered. In her eyes, you were always right on time. She heard every word you whispered in the dark, and she felt every silent hug you sent her way when you were breaking inside. You may feel a tingle on your skin or a sudden heaviness in your eyes as her voice becomes as clear as a heartbeat in the spirit realm. She is standing in a light that reaches directly toward you, begging you to stay focused. She knows you have spent years searching for a sign, waiting for just one moment to feel her presence again. Archangel Michael is telling her to step closer, and as she does, you might feel a soft pressure on your shoulder or a sudden calm that makes the air feel different. She is here to tell you that you didn't lose her. You only lost the ability to see her with your physical eyes. She has been the one protecting you from mistakes you didn't see coming and pulling you back from dangerous paths through your own intuition. If you feel her protection surrounding you right now, please share a "thank you" in the comments as a message back to her. She has watched you rise after every fall, choosing to keep going even when you felt like giving up. She sees the battles you fight in secret and the growth you have achieved through your tears. Archangel Michael says her pride in you is bigger and more powerful than anything she was ever able to express while she was alive. You have been living with a hidden fear that she left with regrets or unspoken pain. But she is reaching out to heal that wound. She left this world with peace because of you. Your love was the strength that carried her through the darkness. Stop the what-ifs and the self-blame that has been haunting your nights. You were her greatest blessing and her comfort until the very last breath. The message she has been whispering non-stop in the light is now fully formed and ready to burst through. It is a line she has held in her soul since the moment she crossed over, waiting for your heart to be quiet enough to hear it. She hasn't stopped caring for you or watching over you for even a single second. Every victory you earn, she is there witnessing it with unconditional love. If you believe she is cheering for you from the other side, type, "I am your legacy," to confirm your bond. Stay completely still now, because the veil is flickering. The truth you have been waiting for your entire life is about to be spoken, and it will change the way you see her presence forever. This is the moment your mother has been fighting for through the stillness of the afterlife. As you reach this final part of her message, Archangel Michael says her voice has broken through the barrier with a force he hasn't seen in years. If you feel a sudden tightness in your chest, or if your eyes have filled with tears for no reason, stay right where you are and breathe. The room around you might feel heavier or strangely calm, because she is standing right here, closer than your own thoughts, pleading with you not to look away now. Something huge is about to touch the very deepest part of your soul, and she needs you to be fully present to receive it. She says there is a truth you have locked deep inside yourself, a secret belief you were too afraid to face because it caused too much pain. You have spent so much time believing you failed her, or that she left this world with wounds you should have healed. You replay those final moments, wondering if you could have done more, or if you could have changed the outcome. But Archangel Michael says she has been trying to break that false belief for a very long time. She wants you to know that she left this world with a heart full of peace, not pain. She crossed over with gratitude, not regret, and with an overflowing love rather than sorrow. Every moment you stayed by her side, every word you whispered to her, and every prayer you sent her way carried her gently and safely into the light. You were not a burden. You were her comfort and her true home. She sees you still carrying that heavy weight of what if, and she is begging you to set it down. You did enough. You were enough. If you are ready to let go of the guilt and finally believe that she is at peace, type, "I choose peace" in the comments right now to let her know you are listening. You have spent years searching for a single sign, waiting for a heartbeat of a moment where you could finally feel her presence again. You've looked at the sky, searched through old belongings, and waited in the silence for a whisper that never seemed to come. Archangel Michael says that this right here, in this very space, is that moment. She is standing in a light that is touching your own energy right now, reaching out with the same warmth she used to use to comfort you when you were hurting as a child. She has seen every single battle you fought alone and every tear you had to swallow when there was no one else to talk to. She has watched it all. The nights you couldn't sleep, the days you felt like giving up, and the small victories nobody else noticed. She has never once stopped guiding you, even when you felt completely lost in the dark. Her love is not a memory, it is a living shield that has been around you since the day she left your side. The message she has been whispering in the light is finally ready to reach you. It is a truth she has held in her spirit, waiting for your heart to be quiet enough to hear it. Archangel Michael is stepping forward to speak her words, exactly as she whispered them across the veil. She says, "Tell my child I never left, not for a single breath. She is with you in every step you take, every fear you face, and every victory you achieve. She will love you beyond lifetimes." These are her words, her truth, and her heart speaking directly to yours. She wants you to stop carrying the guilt that has been slowing you down and stop punishing yourself for the things you think you did wrong. Stop believing you were anything less than her greatest blessing. You brought her peace then, and you still bring her peace every single day by simply being who you are. Archangel Michael is placing her protective light around you now, a soft and unbreakable shield that will go with you everywhere. She wants you to move forward into your life, knowing that she walks beside you, sharing in your joy and holding you through your sorrow. Trust that every time you feel guided, every time you are protected from something unseen, or every time you feel a sudden surge of strength, that is her hand on your shoulder. As this message closes, she whispers one final truth directly into your heart to carry with you forever. Whenever you miss her, she is already there. She is in the air you breathe, the sunlight on your face, and the very beat of your heart. You are never, ever alone. If you feel her love wrapping around you in this moment, leave a comment saying, "She is with me," and share one thing you are grateful she taught you.